Hello guys, you can see this cap. I'm shooting children content, so I have to look a certain way to depict what I'm about to share. So guys, this is Kotty, your host on Moments with Kotty. Thank you so much for coming back if you're a returning subscriber, and thank you so much for coming to this page if it's your first time. Okay, now I'm a mother of triplet plus one, and over time, I have seen the challenges children go through. So I decided to use my page to educate people. If you look at my page, we do lifestyle, beauty, education, and under education, of course, education is so broad. It's so broad. So we could educate people, we could get admissions for you, we could get jobs for you, and all that outside the country. So if this kind of content is something you will like, okay, stick around, give us a massive thumb up and share the video. So I done my notes, and I'll be looking down so that you guys will get everything in details. I love to make my videos very detailed so that nothing is left out. So our topic today will be discussing on how to avert attention disorder in children. A lot of people don't know what. Okay, let me put it this way. Attention disorder is when a child is acting abnormally. Like, you see, there are children who just throw tantrums unnecessarily. Not that tantrums means a child has disorder, but there are some tantrums that are overboard. A child just begins to act crazily when it's not normal. Look at that child very well. That child is having an attention disorder. So now, like I would say, always play with the children. Like now, if you gave birth to a child from 0 to 2 years, that child is not supposed to be by the TV. Now, some parents will say because they are busy and they cannot just sit down with the child 24/7, so they want to go out there to do other things, and I do not blame you. The economy we run now is such that you cannot even afford a nanny. I understand that. And now the world has become so exposed that even relatives who are supposed to stay with you to help tend to a baby are all very busy doing one or two things. Some are even creating content just like I'm doing, because everybody wants to hit it big, right? That is okay, and I'm not going to blame anybody for that. And I know some people will still watch this video and still say that it's not possible that their own children watch TV, stayed by the cartoon from zero month to 2 years constantly, and they were normal children. I'm not also going to argue that, but when I'm done talking about this whole thing, you are going to gain knowledge. You are going to agree with me in so many things I'm about to say. So if this interests you, stick around and do not click out. Keep watching, guys. I would say that rather than keep a child before a television set from 0 months to 2 years watching TV, you know what you do for that child? Keep the child in the baby cot on the bed. Put on a soft music that he or she can listen to. What are you trying to do? All the children that were brought up with music are very calm children. If you see children who grew up in an environment where they always played soft music right from month 0, or even when they were in their mother's womb, they're always very calm children. They are always children that had this calmness around them, peace around them. I'm not saying that your own child who you didn't play music for is not peaceful, but I'm just saying this is from research, right? Until I gave birth to the triplets, I think they were a few months old. That was when my husband heard about this on radio, and then I did my own research, and I knew that one of these days I was going to talk about this. Even though this starting a YouTube channel had been something I kept in the offing, I would do it, and I finally did. So today I'm bringing you this. Please don't click out. This will help you. You see, instead of when you stay with a baby, you are looking at the baby's face. You are maintaining eye contact. It's helping the child to develop well, because the child is looking at you, and you smile at the child jiggle, you smile, you tell the child, Jesus loves you, you clap. As you are clapping, whatever everything you do, the child is wondering, what is this about? The brain begins to think. So it helps the child to begin to think, to begin to know how to reason. Do you know that there are some adults that do not reason? They just do things the way they like because they were not able to pass through some stages in life. They had to jump some stages in life. So they did not have the how will I put it? They did not have the opportunity to go through these stages. So the next step here we're talking about is maintaining eye contact with the baby. It helps the baby to think and be creative. Another thing is try to speak beautiful words to the baby. As you are looking at the baby, maintain the eye contact. You are speaking beautiful words, positive words, telling the child that you are a great child, you are so beautiful, or you are so handsome, depending on the sex of the child. When you say all of these things, it encourages, it makes the baby happy, it keeps the baby happy. Just like a mother who is angry with pregnancy causes the baby not to be happy. Some people don't know that those things work. It does work. If you are angry, the adrenaline in your system goes straight to the baby. I know some people do not know that one. So when the baby is not sleeping, make baby seats. Like, for example, now, if a baby is not sleeping, who is already 3 months, 2 to 3 months, begin to teach the baby how to sit. Just playfully, not that you are comparing the baby to sit. Just keep the baby and look at the baby and smile. Tell the baby sit down. You know, those kind of things. You are interacting. Let the baby interact with human beings. Let me tell you something. If you keep a child on the TV from month 0 to 2 years, you are going to confuse that child, because the child is only watching things that flip, that are not steady. Different images flipping up and down. Do you know that? Even as an adult, there are some videos you are about to watch and the producers will tell you that this video has some flashes that will not be good for certain people. Do you understand? And you discover that when people see that, immediately, that disclaimer, they turn off the television, they will not watch that because it will affect them. That is the same thing it does to a child. But when you have toys you keep, because you know Oyibo man had done it very easy. They have toys from 0 to 2 months, they have 3 months to 6 months, they have 6 months to 8 months toys. So the baby plays with these toys. Toys are not things that can disappear. So the bone of contention is that let the child interact with human beings, let the child play with toys, and whenever the child plays with these toys and she's getting bored or he's getting bored, get a bag, change the toy, bring out another toy. Let the child, if you keep doing that, you are helping the child's brain to develop well, because a child's brain develops from month 0 to 2 years, and whatever you feed the brain with, it's what will stay in the brain. Whatever you feed a baby's brain is what stays in the brain. So if you save too many flashes, different cartoon, all those noise in the baby's head, is how the baby will be restless. So when you see, if you go out maybe to immunization, to places, and you see somebody with a toddler or a child who is acting abnormally, do not think the child has witchcraft. Some people will say this child has witchcraft, this child is possessed. No, they are not possessed. They are going through attention disorder. They are having a disorder called attention disorder. So do not begin to judge the child. Okay, so another thing here is that some people say their children learn phonics, like they learn how to pronounce words, they learn how to say ABCD. Let me tell you one thing. I know that now it is so easy for parents to relegate to the background and then allow their children to learn from television, from social media, hence making those children constitute nuisance as they grow up. But do not forget that the reason why you are with that child, or the reason why your office even gave you maternity leave, is for you to bond with that child, communicate, teach the child, say kind words to the child, teach the child how to count the 1, 2, 3, teach the child how to differentiate colors. Those things are things you can do while bonding with this child. Fine, but if you must even allow a gadget to teach this child how to pronounce different phonics and all, please get a radio set that has, or a tape that has all those children rhymes and all inside. Let it play for the child without the child having a visual contact of it. But if that child now gets to 2 years, you have helped the child develop the brain to a large degree, such that whatever the baby now sees, they will be able to, they'll be able to take in. I remember even my children at the time that they were now due to start watching television, there were some sounds that will play on TV, on cartoon. One of my sons will run into the room. Okay, I now told my husband, oh, thank God we knew this earlier. We didn't allow them to be watching TV and sit by the TV. Imagine if this child was still a young baby from 0 to 3 months, the child will not be able to run. So all those things the child is afraid of enters into the child's brain and begins to make the child to be acting in a certain and strange way, and people will now label the child, this one is possessed. No, before you call somebody's child possessed, please find out what the child's upbringing was. Find out what challenges this child has. A lot of parents do not know that their children have attention disorder. One of these days will tell you, like some people feel that attention disorder is the same as autism. No, they are different. It's not the same thing as Down syndrome. They are different. And I pray that if I have more leading to talk about autism and Down syndrome, one of these days I'll talk about it. But today I just felt I should share this with you, that please take your children out of television. Play them more music, rhymes on record than them having visual contact with those things, because it will help them, make them to become restless. So guys, thank you if you have watched up to this, and see you in my next one. Bye.